Good morning, YouTube. It's Kerry coming at you with my week 31 post-op update. It's been 7 months, a bit over 7 months since my surgery with Dr. Willingham here in Toowoomba, Queensland on the 15th of September 2014. It's been quite some time since my last update, so I thought I would organise a new video today and celebrate my latest milestone, which is pretty cool. So I'll give you my stats. My highest ever weight was somewhere around 120 kilos or 264.5 pounds. My starting weight at the beginning of the OptiFast stage was 112.8 or 248.7 pounds. And my current weight as of this morning was 72.5 kilos or 160 pounds. So I've actually lost 40 kilos, 88 pounds, which is 2/3 of my excess weight. So I've got 20 kilos to go, but I'm pretty happy with my progress so far. Life's been pretty good to me. Of late, things have been really starting to even out and sort of really click into place, especially the last few weeks. I'm really starting to see my progress in the mirror. I can see what everybody else sees, finally really sort of recognizing myself and this new body and this new face and my new abilities. So and really sort of able to celebrate and acknowledge really the achievements that I have made in the last 7 months without feeling like I need to play them down or they're not the same. Sorry, there's my little Wendy in the background. Or yeah, just I feel like, I'd often say, oh yeah, I've lost X number of kilos, but I've still got blah blah to go. I don't really see the need to really justify that any longer. I also feel like I get a lot of negative feedback when I say, I've lost 40 kilos and I've got 20 kilos to go. And I'll get into that a little bit later, but yeah, really stoked with where I'm at and how I'm doing. Food wise, protein first as always. My calorie count sort of fluctuates anywhere between 900 and 1300 calories a day. I do work out a lot. I've started training with our local roller derby team, so I'm in their fresh meat program, which is their sort of initiation program where you learn how to skate, because I've never skated before. You learn how to skate, you learn sort of basic skills and things like that, and then at the end of it you're assessed to see, obviously, firstly, that you're safe to start playing the sport, that you've got the skills required to be a safe player, safe for yourself and those around you, and also for insurance purposes, so that you can play the sport. Not too sure whether or not I'll ever really end up playing, but it's sort of hard to tell. 6 weeks ago when I started training, I absolutely hated every second of it. It was really hard. I've never put myself in a situation where I've had to do, or I've started doing something that I thought that I wasn't automatically going to be successful at. I was a competitive dancer as a kid, and for me it was a big milestone for me last year at my close to my heaviest weight, to enroll in a dance class. But I already knew that I had the skills, I had the muscle memory there to be good at what I did, and so really, in comparison to starting roller derby, going back to dancing was more of a confronting my fears of seeing myself moving in a full body mirror. That was honestly my biggest fear, going back to dancing. But with roller derby, uh, it was really trying something and becoming successful at something that I had no idea whether I could do, whether I was good at it or not. And I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it yet, but I am getting better every week. And every time I strap on those skates, um, I I conquer a skill that I couldn't do last week, and I find something new that I can't do. But the people, the community, the just the energy from um, this sport is incredible, and I'm loving it. And it's the most positive change of everything that I have done in the last 7 months. I think that has contributed to um, everything just falling into place. It's really solidified for me that this weight loss is just the start of me changing the direction of my life towards something that is um, a life worth living. Really, the life I had before was no life at all. So that's been pretty fantastic. Really, the only thing that in my at the moment that I'm struggling with a lot is my job, and it's not even the job itself. It's the people that come with the job that I have. So I'm managing a store currently, a plus size women's fashion store, and it's brought to light for me something that I've never really been forced to think about. It's something that I was never really aware of, but I am now. And that's body shaming. I was very much a part of the body positive movement as a plus size person. And I thought that for a lot of it, I never actually thought that shaming thin women was okay. But I didn't realize how prevalent it was in the plus size community, that building each other up as plus size women and being confident about your appearance was necessarily hinged on body negativity towards those who are thin. For the most part, there is almost a 60-40 split between people who are really encouraging and positive about my transformation, and 40% of people are really quite horrible. It has really surprised me, the things that people think are okay to say to me in that plus size environment. My size is commented on a daily basis, and it's not even that I take it to heart. I honestly could care less what these people think about me. But I honestly think that these issues, this need to comment on skinny people, and as I said, I've got 20 kilos to go. That's 44 pounds or so. I am not thin by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm no longer plus size. I no longer fit the clothes that I sell. And it's quite obvious that I don't fit the clothes that I sell. And I no longer feel the need to explain that I was 40 kilos heavier 7 months ago. I do, because without that explanation, my store would actually be failing. I find my customers are less likely to purchase from me because they don't think I understand their body issues or dressing for a plus size body, because on spec I'm not one of them anymore. But I refuse to let the fact that my success makes other people uncomfortable in this arena, in this environment, in this industry. I refuse to not acknowledge that I am beautiful, I'm hot, I'm sexy. Those are the things that I feel about myself now, that I can really recognize where I was and where I've got to, and how hard it has been to do that. I'm really proud of my achievements, and sorry, I think that we really need to, as women, as people, as a human race, spend more of our energy building people up instead of tearing each other down all the time. I recognize that the stronger people's opinions are on what I've done, the less likely it is about what I've done that's the issue, and more their issues, for whatever reason, are the problem. And I'm not going to take that on. I can't take that on if I want to be successful in this later stage of my journey. This is where I have to really fight for every single kilo that I lose, and I'm going to, because that's what I want. That's what I want to achieve. But I just honestly never understood the extent to which body shaming was a problem, really. Because for me, as a plus size woman, I was constantly told that I look good for my size, that I dress well for my size, that the way that I presented myself made people question why other plus size women didn't feel the need to put in the effort to look good. And even that sort of comment, I now realize is quite detrimental. If somebody doesn't want to dress up, that's fine. If they don't want to wear makeup, whatever. That's fine. It is 100% okay to be whoever it is that you are in that moment, that you are that person. But it is hurtful. While I try not to take it on, that negativity does wear you down. And in the environment that I'm in, I'm not in a fast-paced business. It is actually very slow-paced. So when you've not seen a customer for 2 hours and the first customer that comes in goes, "Where are all the big ladies at?" Or, "You're too skinny to work here," or, "You wouldn't understand, you're not a big person." When that is the first conversation you have with a customer in 2 hours, it's hard. So it is a goal of mine now to really change that direction. I think that it was brought to my attention that while I've been really successful with my weight loss journey, there are things that I can't control. There are things in life that I can't control. I can't control that my dad is really sick. I can't control that my mother is struggling to be my father's sole carer and work full time. I can't control the fact that I live so far away from my family that I feel like I can't really help, where if I live closer I would be able to. I can't control whether my husband gets sick again, or my husband gets injured playing the sports that we've chosen to play, or I can't control any of those things, and they may be areas of stress or depression or whatever, negative feelings that may come my way. But there are things that I do have control over, and that is what I do for work. I can control that. Now, Fat Kerry used to eat when she was sad. For the most part, I've been very successful with this weight loss by introducing positive things into my life. Because feeling good, feeling fit, feeling strong, feeling good about myself is what keeps me on track. It's important that I take away any of those potential things that will make me feel bad out of my life, so that the temptation to go back to old habits isn't there when, I just need to remove that from my life. So I'm looking to change direction career-wise. I don't know what direction that will be, but who knows? It's an opportunity to change. It's an opportunity for new things, and I'm looking forward to that. Those challenges are what's driving me now, and I'm loving that about myself. I hope everybody has a great week. That's it for me for now. And yeah, stay classy. Bye.